Asked to prove that I am in love and that I am willing to give it all up by turning in these keys.
So you're totally willing to let everything go with that kind of risk?
Yes.
Okay. I guess that's pretty powerful. I can't quite imagine letting go of everything and not knowing any possible.
My life is going to be so beautiful.
I wish you the best of luck.
Oh, thank you. And I'll come back. I'll come back to say hello to you, and I want to introduce you to him and everything.
Well, you definitely sound really excited, and I really honor that kind of trust. I can't say as I've ever had that, and I can see that you're overjoyed, and I also I have this fear. So, do you care if I just share that with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Driving me crazy. I just went to the court and paid like $800 for parking tickets from last semester. Texas State represent. So that's what we're doing. Even though I have winter bod, I have getting my life on track bod. And you have to empower from a place of safety.
When you've just been asked to do something that you don't want to do or that seems unreasonable to you, is that going to put you
I'm trying to get just some socks, a couple pairs of leggings, and a couple of leotards for dance. And it's going to be like $200 or $300. But I'm not willing to just be the trash heap that I was last semester. This is my shirt that's falling apart. I also have to buy real clothes at some point from Goodwill, but Goodwill just doesn't have leggings and underwear.
right? I don't think I had it.
Here we go.
I do too, like a more
Pretty notebooks. Sometimes with being busy and trying to find housing and getting my classes finished up and trying to stay fit, I lose track of what I am and what I'm focusing on in my work and my life purpose. And so I just wanted to sit down today because it just flashed into my brain. And so I wanted to say it out loud. I'm a holistic wellness resource advocate and community facilitator. That is what is on my resume. I am basically a holistic wellness caseworker and community facilitator. And what I want is to join a group to create a holistic wellness resource center. That's been what I've known. And the goal of the Holistic Wellness Resource Center, a green space for everyone to live and move and be held in reverence. That's a big old goal, right? But that is our goal. It's everyone's divine right. I have this ego self that starts to develop based, I think, is me. Based on what I think people want to hear, what I think makes most sense to other people. And then a lot of it's rationalizes my own spirituality, rationalizes my decisions. I'm in that goddess space. There are no questions, there's no one to blame. There are no rationalizations or DSM diagnoses, anything. You're just present with what is. And it's this very surprising revelation of who's really inside of you. And there was a birth that happened, I had to release the birth that I wanted to be having and give into the birth of the goddess. you know, because I think I've been wanting to birth the goddess through me. And that's one reason why I've been craving like pregnancy. And I kind of felt like, you know, that she's trying to return to earth. And I kind of felt in this bath experience that she was being released and birthed into me. You know, that why I mean, it's weird to put it into words because it's such a wordless thing, but why do I need a child to be free and have this freedom and embody the goddess when I have this body? And she's not even me. Like, I'm a man, you know, but I've been given this baby, like this goddess portal, and I can't just be in the masculine all the time and try to create this fake protective sphere around her. I don't want the ego, I don't want the masculine. I understand that they exist for a reason, but they've been 24/7 driving this ship. That's the interesting thing about our culture, is that I feel that there's, you know, the election, there was this huge like masculine, feminine divide that was being projected onto the election. And it's weird because I do feel like the masculinity of this culture has not been heard, and that's why it was being pushed onto Trump. But I still think that the feminine is not being heard. I think that the masculine not being heard is actually that the masculine has not been allowed to drop into their feminine, and that the feminine feels rageful and that they haven't been heard, and they're having to step into their masculine, you know, running for office and doing all these things to try to create space for their own feminine. I feel like all of this is, ironically enough, even though we were trying to balance the scales and be like, listen to the masculine as a country energetically, you know, that's not the policy outcomes or whatever that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the energy that was behind a lot of this. That's not actually about us needing to be more in our masculine. That's actually about a hurt that we are in our masculine. Our culture is forcing us to be in our masculine 24/7, and we have lost the reverence for the goddess, and we have lost the moments to drop in and explain it to people. This need to be in ritual. None of this stuff could have been accessed through the mind. Like when we're trying to just like, I needed to be working out. If I tried to just muscle through and do it, that led to me almost killing myself. Like last year, not like closer than I've gotten. It was a bad spot. We'll put it that way, you know. And boy, did the mental health that I tried to reach out for not help me. Lack of access, lack of dropping into the body and processing all of the intense things that I had to process. I didn't have any space to process them anymore, and my only ritual space was basically with my partner, which is not good. I do want to get and lead with this like ritualistic medicine in my offerings to people. But for now, I'm gonna try to get this headache to go away and do a little bit of schoolwork. I'm going to a gathering. I didn't feel like being around a lot of people, but I think after dropping into my body, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna go to a therapy meetup with my partner, and then tomorrow is a game night that I organized, which is gonna be great. And then who knows? I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I hope you know that you're beautiful and sacred the way that you are, and that you're dropping in with yourself. I hope that you're going out to the woods or going to your room or whatever, you start to feel that call from the goddess, from the mystery, that you just follow it and surrender and see where she takes you. And maybe she lets you take the mask off and shows you who you really are.
Maybe I'll text both of y'all. Maybe.